Welcome to a new video. In this video I want to talk about the new announcement of HarmonyOS 3.0, the Chinese announcement to be precise, and walk you through all the changes. As it is a pretty long video, keep track on the timeline down below. Otherwise, let's get started. So let me run you through all the changes that we see in HarmonyOS. I have my screen here with several screenshots. First of all, HarmonyOS is coming even to devices from 2016 like the Mate 9 series, and they're heavily improving the speed and responsiveness of their super devices, which is one of the main focus, the distributed soft bus system of Huawei and HarmonyOS, which allows you now with its new control center to have a connection, even though the tablet doesn't have like a connection outside because there's no Wi-Fi. It only has you only have your phone with your 4G or LTE or 5G. It can automatically from your phone get the signal to your tablet, which is a pretty nice and interesting feature. And of course, if a call comes in, your tablet will ring as well. This has the ability now to do it automatically. You don't have to connect your phone specifically to your tablet. It has now the ability to have this in the control center automatically choosable. There's a new printer dialog or printing option, which pops up as on a little screen showing you I'm printing now a PDF file, and you have like a little printing queue as well, so you can see if I want to print more files, I have a queue there that I can click, and I can even cancel out and see how much the progress is, which is I think a pretty nice addition. By the way, talking about printer, they have a new Pixlabs printer that has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz support, has the possibility to just tap your phone on it and you can connect to it and print something out with new antennas. Huawei, please bring this also to Europe. Then we have a new option also with Huawei televisions that are only sold in China right now. But if you are looking, or if you're watching you want to watch a new movie, it has now the ability to also allow you to buy it directly on your phone, because your payment system is basically on your phone every day nowadays. So you have the ability to buy it directly from there. It has the control of your music on your phone, on your device itself, but it allows you also to control other devices now with a simple and nice menu system that you can see here on the top, where I can switch to the television, for example, control the volume of the television, or even skip songs and so on. And I can add multiple devices here, which is pretty nice. And also the super device feature is coming to your smartwatch. So if you have a Huawei Watch 3 or 3 GT, it will support now also the super devices feature. And as you can see here, we have 3 devices. We have a treadmill that of course can keep track on your sports activity. We have your FreeBuds that can allow you to listen to music, but we also have a television. Why the television though? You can see it here. There's an example of a Huawei television. This woman has connected her watch to the television, and the television at the bottom right shows her the heartbeat and some other physical data of her body while she's practicing and watching something on the television. Huawei also announced a new Watch 3 Pro that will come with HarmonyOS 3.0, and I think also updated sensors as well as ECG support. And this will allow also in HarmonyOS 3.0 for watches, allow you to use pedal maps directly, not only showing you the directions while using the phone, but also independently. If you're walking through the city or something like this, it will show up the pedal maps, the full pedal maps application, which allows you to call a taxi or use pedestrian navigation and search for locations. Then we have Huawei S-Tag. Huawei S-Tag is not an Apple AirTag clone. It is something for sports activities. It's an additional tracker for your sports activities. So if you have your Huawei Watch, you can connect it to the S-Tag, can put the S-Tag on, for example, this little lady that's running here, put it on her shoe to get some additional data that might help improving your training. Then the watch again is like interconnected with other devices, like for example HarmonyOS is also running on certain e-vehicles in China, so it can show you up also the stats of your e-vehicle and open up the door automatically or pop up the handles automatically when you come close to your car. Talking about the car, let's take a look at how the user interface looks like. On your phone you have your HarmonyOS. You can connect it directly with all your applications to your car, and this will show up there. You can just press on it, you can see the same home screens and start the applications. They will launch in a tablet mode. You have all the controls here, can control everything from there and have all the applications and all the stuff you're working on as well. Then the last thing is like TikTok that you saw here. The newer e-vehicles here, like for example this Huawei one, which is not a Huawei one but supported by HarmonyOS, has a nice little camera, so you can use it also for using TikTok or other calls. So if you are on vacation, for example, want to call someone via video call, want to have a video conference, you can do this here, for example, which is pretty nice. And you can even show and switch to the front cam, which is probably one of the parking sensor cams, but I doubt it has such a good quality, but at least it is built in. It's a nice, interesting technology to have there. Not sure if we will do our conferences now in the car instead of at home, but it's a possibility that is built into HarmonyOS. Then another thing that is pretty good and awesome is the possibility to tap everything. So also third-party manufacturers, just like this grinding machine company, integrated HarmonyOS, and this allows you to just tap on this device and it will show you some recipes, allows you to change some settings, firmware upgrades and so on, and also time it when to start. You can do it here with the hot plates as well. Tap on it, connect to it, and you get recipes and so on. You can set the timer, get a notification either on your watch or on your phone and so on if the meal is ready. And you can do it also with the massage chair here. Just tap on it and you can see this is how it connects, and it allows you then to change all the settings on your massage chair. Pretty nice technology, I would say. Let's come to HarmonyOS for the phone, which is pretty interesting as well, because this one has also some changes, like for example the widgets that are now stackable, so you can stack multiple widgets on top of each other, swipe through them, but you also have the ability for them to automatically switch to a specific one. For example, in the morning when you wake up, you want to check the news or the weather, it will automatically switch to this card, or when we have like lunchtime, it will automatically switch to nearby places, a paddle map widget or something like this. You can set it up manually. You have also the possibility to set it up on all the devices. We have a phone, we have a foldable, and we have a tablet. And of course we have grouping of widgets, which is also pretty nice. So you can group widgets now, and the widgets have a little more functionality. For example, quick toggles are available here as well. As you can see here, I can set the alarm ringer or nighttime mode or eye settings directly as a switchable toggle in a group widget, which is pretty interesting as well. And I have now the possibility, those large folders on the screen, to just simply extend them, make them bigger or make them smaller, even that only 2 icons are showing up. So having this option as well is pretty awesome. And then we have a new feature that allows grouping everything automatically, which for some people that have lots and lots of icons makes sense. You can just switch and it will automatically group everything, not only on one screen, but you have the ability to also say, I want to group it on every screen. Simply have a cleanup of your screen. Sometimes it's useful and necessary on mine as well. So interesting that you have this. Then we have some speed improvements as well, some significant speed improvements that show up here in this little speed test, where they were comparing the Mate 30 Pro with HarmonyOS 3.0 against the S22 Ultra with One UI 4. And what you can see here, the Mate 30 Pro, a 3 years old device, has 5.7% more top application responsiveness than the S22 Ultra. Granted, the S22 Ultra always had a little bit of an issue here and there. Then 4.9% better operation completion speed and 4.2% faster in file copy transfers as well. The Mate 30 Pro, pretty awesome, isn't it? And then we have some significant advantages in gaming as well in terms of power usage. Even with the Snapdragon processors, Huawei is able to, in comparison to competitors, how they claim to save 23% of wattage, so power, using the same FPS, and it is saving even 11% from HarmonyOS 2.0 on, which is pretty nice. HarmonyOS is also focusing on security and on privacy, so we have a new privacy center which allows you to control your not only your photos, your microphone usage and your location usage, but all other things, to track them very well. As you can see, the privacy center would list up the applications and how often they took advantage of you or were just taking a look at your via the camera or something like this. So you have the ability to track this via application, and you have also an application center that for each application shows you this also in a nice little overview, which is a pretty good and handy feature. It's nothing completely revolutionary, I would say, but it's good that they did it in this manner. They implemented it in this manner, and here we have like the new option that I think it's also now in Android 12. The user precise location is also now available in HarmonyOS. HarmonyOS also has a new sharing option, the sharing button that scans automatically your data and can get rid of privacy data. Just like, for example, here we have a flight ticket and you want to send it to someone, you can just share it before with the privacy checker. The privacy checker will check everything, will blank out your name, your QR code and so on before you send it to someone, which is pretty nice and awesome. So you don't have only the option to just turn off EXIF data in photos, but now also check every screenshot, everything that you want to send to someone on a privacy invading thing, and it can turn it off. Then we come to a little bit of hardware, and this is an interesting part now for people here globally in Europe, for example, and the rest of the world, maybe United States not so much, but you get the thing. We have a new Huawei MatePad Pro 11 that has been announced that will come with HarmonyOS 3.0. So this is probably in the global market what we will see of HarmonyOS 3.0, and where we can check out maybe the integration or part of the integrations. So this one has like a detachable keyboard, as you can see here, and a new stand, which is pretty interesting. And we can see it has an 11-inch OLED screen. So just like the MatePad 11, which has like an LCD IPS, this one has now an OLED screen with 120 Hz, which is pretty interesting. And we have also this new stand that is very useful if you use the pen to write something. We have a new camera system, and this is inspired definitely by the P50 Pro. As you can see here, we have a 13 megapixel ultra wide 112-degree angle of view camera on the back added as well. The back layer has been updated to be be more stable, more prone against fingerprints and so on. Very thin, 5.9 millimeter, 449 grams. A new cooling system for handling the Snapdragon, I think it's 888 that is used here. Maybe it's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, it just has a 5 nanometer processor, and 6 cooling system, 66 watt charging, and 8,300 milliampere hours. It should keep you through the day, even with the tablet. They have a new 6 speaker system, which consists of 2 tweeters and 6 subwoofers. So tweeters for the high ends and the subwoofers for the low ends, which create ultra bass and an immersive sound experience, I would say. Also, their new industry fastest Wi-Fi is based on a tri-band Wi-Fi, dual 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz band, plus cellular is possible with this MatePad 11. Cellular in this case probably only 4G, but this is the fastest Wi-Fi that they have here. And we have the detachable keyboard. The detachable keyboard has a nice little feature, because if you attach it, by the way, this is the new angle, if you attach it, you not only have now a place where to put your pen, but also it will increase Wi-Fi coverage by 20% because it has a Wi-Fi antenna built in, which is pretty nice. And last but not least, we have a little demo here that shows the new multitasking features on the MatePad Pro 11. As you can see, you can just swipe up and make a window like a little smaller. You can open up, split windows, you can hide them and do your work on the other side. This is all possible, and this is a nice little feature. I really like to try this out on my MatePad 11. Hopefully HarmonyOS will also come to the older MatePad devices, HarmonyOS 3.0 in this case. And of course, maybe I will get the chance to play around with the MatePad Pro 11. What do you think about HarmonyOS 3.0? I know it's not so user-facing new features. It's more working on the background with super devices and all the interconnectivity. What do you think about HarmonyOS 3.0? Write it down in the comment section. That's everything for a little overview of the HarmonyOS 3 launch event. What do you think about this? And until the next time, bye.